So the Oppo R5 is a brilliantly sleek and beautifully designed phone. Now why I say that is when you hold it and when you look at it, it looks amazing. It's 4.9mm thin and it's quite heavy actually. It's heavier than the Vivo X5 Max even though that phone is bigger. Now apart from that, the primary camera just juts out a little bit at the back, trying to add to that thinness of the phone. The metal bands around the phone surely make it feel premium. Even at the back we have a metal slab. The bezels on the front are quite big. The screen is 5.2 inches, but with the bezels it seems like a pretty big phone. Now one-hand usage would be possible with someone with larger hands, but people with smaller, tiny hands, they're gonna have to struggle a little bit, or you maybe use two hands. Now there's no audio jack, there is just the micro USB charging port. So that means that you have to use the proprietary earphones provided by the company, or you have to buy an adapter which you can buy in the market or online or something like that. Overall, the design and the build quality and the materials used for the Oppo R5 are really nice. I don't think Oppo has skimped out on the design, and I think this phone was built to look good. Now the the design is purely good. Let's check out if the hardware is good as well. The Oppo R5 is a brilliant design phone, but sadly it is not brilliant hardware wise. So let's talk about some specs. The Oppo R5 comes with a Snapdragon 615 chipset. Come on, 615 seriously? For all of those who don't know the price of this phone, it costs rupees 30,000. For 30,000 in today's market, you can get a really well-spec'd phone. Now just as an example, the Snapdragon 615 also comes in the Micromax Eureka, which bing costs only 9,000 rupees. So that is a big difference. Other than that, we have an octa-core Cortex CPU, which is clocked at 1.5 GHz, and you have 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of ROM, which cannot be extended. So you're stuck with 16 GB space. Now if you're someone who doesn't really need that much space, that's okay, but for me 16 GB is just a bit less, or maybe not a bit, a lot less. Now other than those, the specs, the most beautiful part or beautiful hardware spec of this phone is the screen, which has a pixel density of 423. The colors are very nice and bright and vivid, so that is one thing that you will not have to complain about. So when we're talking about hardware, you are not getting your money's worth for sure. So Oppo R5, brilliant with design and build quality, not so good with hardware. Now let's move on to software and see how that goes. So like all the other Android phones, this comes with Android version 4.4.4 and runs Color UI version 2.0. Now Color UI version 2.0 is a lot like other Chinese phones. I mean, there's no app drawer and it's quite basic, minimalistic to say the least. It looks a little bit like MIUI, the new one which just came out, but according to me and the GizBot team over here, we like the MIUI much better. Quite for the animations and a more nice design, it's better to use. Now, the Oppo R5 software obviously comes with different themes that you can change. Now it doesn't make a huge difference, not like where you can change a lot, but not like Cyanogen mode, which is one of the best customizable skins for Android right now. So the software on the Oppo R5 is quite basic and you'll find it easy to use. So if you don't want a software which gives you hundreds of options, something more like an iPhone which is quite simplistic and gives an easier user interface, the software will be good for you. But if you're someone who wants packed features, then I'm sorry, but the Oppo R5 does not provide that. No one anymore depends on buying a separate camera to use to take photos, but everyone now uses their smartphones. So when you buy a smartphone, is the camera very important? Yes, it is if you're someone who likes to take lots of photos. On the Oppo R5, we have a 13 megapixel primary and a 5 megapixel secondary camera. Now, the camera was not up to the mark to me. I mean, the sharpness was much better on an 8 megapixel Nexus 5 than the 13 megapixel Oppo R5. Now the colors were a little bit more vivid, sorry, on the Oppo R5, but the sharpness was not there. One thing that we have learned from Apple is that higher megapixel does not mean better camera. So that's quite there in this case. You can still put a 30 megapixel or a 20 megapixel for that matter, and it still can be overrun by an 8 or 12 megapixel camera. Now, the primary camera is better when compared to the the secondary camera is better when compared to the primary camera. Secondary camera, which is 5 megapixels, is quite nice and takes nice selfies over there. It's a little posturized, but that's okay to deal with. The camera app is simple and nice, and there are lots of different modes which you can use. One of them is Beautify, which a lot of Chinese phones have. I think that's one of their staples, Beautify. There is Expert mode and some other modes as well. The phone can take nice videos, but the only thing is none of it is really that sharp. So we could have got a better camera for rupees 30,000. I mean, that's the price of a lot of phones with better cameras, one of them being the Nokia Lumia 820. So Oppo, maybe a better camera next time. Now, the Oppo R5 is a very slim phone, and because of that they could only pack a 2000 milliamp battery inside of it. Now, even though it's only 2000 milliamps, it supports Oppo's very fast charging technology, and this technology is a swing and a hit. This technology really works. It charges your phone really fast, and I feel that even though the battery doesn't last for as long as a Note 4 or a Nexus 6, maybe this phone could work for someone who's always near a charging port, because this charges incredibly fast. So Oppo's done really well with this technology, and I feel that the 2000 milliamp battery is livable with because of this aspect. So nice job on the very fast charging, Oppo. So the battery is a winner for the R5. So the Oppo R5 is not a phone for someone who craves performance, but someone who craves the look and design of a phone and wants it to look all pretty. The phone surely feels premium on the outside, but on the inside it's quite a different case. I think Oppo could have done better on the hardware, maybe next time. I feel that this phone would have been really good if it were priced at rupees 15,000. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, if you didn't like it, any comments, please put it in the comments below. Also like our YouTube page and subscribe to us for more videos, reviews, unboxings, and also go to our website GizBot.com for latest news on technology and reviews. This is Aditya Gala for GizBot.com. Thank you for watching.